Hey everybody, it's Bill Cecil again with your tip of the day. Hey, today's tip is to create a wall of fame in your classroom. Somewhere in your room, it may be a bulletin board or a back wall or the corner of your room. Find a spot where you can put things that represent individuals on your team or your entire team or former teams you've had, things that they've done well. It could be newspaper articles. It could be memorabilia of some sort. It could be a award or certificate that they bring in or that they've earned. Do something special that lets them know you really care about them enough that you keep them in this wall of fame. And keep updating as new things come in. For example, on my wall of fame, I have a certificate that my girls earned 1 year in PE because they had all passed the test that they had to do for physical fitness. And they helped each other, and the gym teacher said that's when the first time they'd ever seen that, where all the girls encouraged each other to pass this test. They all did pass it, so we created a certificate for them. It's on that wall. It has the year that they did it, so even if those former students come in, they're going to still see that certificate in the back of my room. I have a current student in my room who's really good at swimming. She actually got her name in the paper recently. We're going to put her article on that wall of fame. I have a girls basketball, our girls won the state championship a few years ago, our high school girls, and one of my former students was on that team and she signed the shirt with some of the other players. It's hanging on the wall. It's been up there like, I think for 5 or 6 years now. It's always going to be there because it represents a former student and she's always going to be on the team. It lets the kids know if you do something well, even outside of this year, and it makes it on the wall, it will stay on the wall of fame as long as I have room. If I don't have room, I'll create more space for it. But it's a great place to capture things. A new idea I came up with this year was that my kids are always challenging former teams for records. For example, hallway compliments. My team this year is about to break the hallway compliments record from the last 2 years, which was 102. When they break it, they're going to get a pizza party. But at the end of the year, whatever that number is, right now it's 102 they're trying to beat. They're at 98. My guess is they're going to be somewhere in the 20s, 120, 130. It's going to be a huge number. Instead of just putting that number in the back of the room, I'm actually going to put that number with a picture of my whole team holding that number. And their picture will be there in the back of the room representing that record that they hold. And it will stay there until somebody else can beat it. So it will give my next year's team incentive to get their picture taken and them hanging on the wall of fame. I'm going to do that with different records I have in my room from now on. It's a great way to capture and encourage your current team's success and make them want to do more. Hey, give this a shot. It means so much to your kids that you actually are going to put something up of theirs in the back of the room that represents them either as a team or individually. One other idea, I had a custodian one time come in and compliment my kids and gave us a little certificate for having the cleanest room. That's a great place to put something like that. So I'm sure you're having the same success stories in your classroom with the individuals or with your team. Find a place to capture that and keep it up as a reminder to your students to keep striving to be the best they can and that you're going to celebrate it. Hey, give this a shot. It will make a big difference. And remember, best year ever. You have the power to make it happen.